Absolutely.
Yeah, and a rubble version of this would be cool. And also, I mean, the Crete is supposed to be able to grow, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if it ever starts like to grow in really small fields of them or something. It would be kind of interesting too.
Yeah.
We'll see. See what he
Yeah.
does.
Yeah. That's actually a good thought provoker or whatever you call it. I started thinking when you said that. Like the nature has a thing about being, recursive or whatever it's called, where if you look close at something, it's a like, fractals and stuff like that.
Right.
So perhaps these big balls of Crete are made out of smaller balls of Crete or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe they're alive.
Yes, maybe they are. Who
Well,
knows?
that was he mentioned that something about that one of the races doesn't want to destroy them because they believe it has a spirit or something. So
Yeah.
Cool.
Hmm. And we've actually seen the big, huge bendy Crete thingies as well. But he did get those in the game, right? Remember the big, huge bendy Crete things?
yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Looking like ribs and stuff. Yeah. Those are cool as well.
Yeah.
I want to make a platforming levels with that. Okay, but we should move on to the next segment. Yes, thank you for coming words out of my mouth. Thank you. Yes, the next segment is the community segment, where we take a look at what the community has been up to in the last week. First is always the fan art watch, where we take a look at the fan art that has been created for Overgrowth. Do you know if anything has been created? I don't think there.
There was the frogs.
Yeah, frogs. Anything above that? No, we talked about that one. Okay, yeah, the frogs by Murd. So he's made two frogs actually, as you can see. Kind of cartoony style and stuff. It looks kind of cool. He's using them as his avatar as well, so you'll be able to recognize him on the forum. So that's cool. And yeah, there's a Sig as well with a frog as well. Apparently Murd likes frogs for some reason.
I would get that feeling too.
Frogs are cool. Frogs would be able to jump very high in Overgrowth. Totally. And then we have this thing, which is kinda not fan art, right? Yeah, let's see here. I'm going to read. This one is made by Ilvali. And he writes, here's a picture I made. It's not really for this game. I made it to visualize my prophet in a Dominions 3 session. In case someone here plays Dom 3, it's a LA earlier star spawn prophet with unequal obesity. Yes. Anyways, I thought it could serve as inspiration for a race of squidmen in case they implement water, that is. So this image is basically a squid man.
Cthulhu, really? Fatagen.
Oui. So he's looking actually pretty cool.
Yep.
The style.
Tiny hat.
Yeah, tiny hat. And a fork, so that's cool. And a book.
That was really sweet.
It's just fun to look at for some reason.
I'm gonna model that one.
Yeah, you should do that.
Awesome.
And put
Who
him
was
in
it?
the game. It's this guy or the guy who made it?
The one who made it.
Yeah, Ylvali. Yes, I think that's how I pronounce his name.
I'm gonna check it out. Ask him if I can model it with the fork.
Yeah, should be sweet. We'll show that on Overgrowth Weekly for sure. Okay, and that's about it for the fan art watch. Actually, not much this week, but yeah, there was some cool stuff. Anyways, and next up we have Silverfish's and Wolfbrother9393's mod. So we're going to talk about this mod, and I'm actually going to. Are you ready to have me stream your stream, Anton?
Yep. It's all good.
So now I'm switching to Anton's stream because his computer is much better than mine. Let's see if it connects. There we go. Sweet.
Hello.
Okay, so Wolfbrother and we're just going to talk about what we've been doing and what's going on here. Okay, so first off, we have actually given the project a name, right? Wolfbrother?
Yes, I'm kind of glitching in and out, but I think it's gonna work. Yes, we're calling it The Moon is Down.
Mm-hmm. And can you tell them the story behind that name? Do you have it?
Yeah, it's actually a reference to a book that's referencing Macbeth. So with the teaser that I made and the letter from Laska to Eska, I believe she writes, "May the mother of the moon watch over you." And so I got the title from the book The Moon is Down, which is a propaganda novel sponsored by the OSS. It was written by John Steinbeck, and it's about the military occupation of found in Northern Europe by an army of named nation at war with England and Russia, and it's supposed to be the Nazis, even though they're unnamed. And the title of the book, The Moon is Down, is referencing Macbeth. If you're familiar with the story, just before Banquo sees Macbeth on his way to kill Duncan, he asks his son Flint, "How goes the night, boy?" And he replies, "The moon is down. I've not heard the clock."
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So I have to say that's a pretty cool name. I sent you an email asking, like, we should give this project a name now that we have announced it. Maybe we should have thought about that before we announced it. I don't know. And I had something like in mind where something cliche like, was it Eska? The guy's name?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you actually are Eska in this mod, and I was thinking about naming it like perhaps Eska's Return or something like that. But The Moon is Down is so much more awesome. Plus, it's like ties into everything very nicely, so that's cool. And what Anton is showing you right now is the map as it is right now, and it's looking very awesome, as you can see. We have, since last time we showed you this stuff, we have put it... Actually, we didn't show you last week because I couldn't stream, but I wanted to. Anyways, yes. So, we have put it on a terrain now, anyways, and we have all the basic structure down now, right?
Right, and I'm gonna add an area outside the city as well, so you start outside the city and sneak your way in.
Mm-hmm. And your goal in the level is to get to a trophy, just like in... yeah, just like in what? Just like in the platforming levels, but now instead of being platform-centric, it's going to be more sneaking-centric, and just perhaps smack a guy or two if you like doing that. So it's coming along. Yes?
Is the trophy a custom model, finally?
We actually don't want to spoil the trophy at all. Because, you know, the trophy, we want to keep it secret for the guys who actually make it through the level, to show it to them when they do that.
Just asking if you modeled it.
Well, we would be perhaps kind of... no comments on the trophy, dude. No comment. Can't talk about that.
Secret stuff.
Oh man, I never thought I would be able to say that, just like EA or Blizzard or stuff like that.
When it's done. It's done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we have actually come quite a bit, quite a bit on the road to finishing this. As you can see, right now what needs to be done is just make sure that it runs smoothly on everything, and add AI, and I need to change the code. I haven't ported the code yet because the next alpha is coming out soon, and I don't really see any reason to port it when I'm going to need to port it again in like 2 days. So anyways, I'm going to port the old code and try to get it to work on the next alpha, and hopefully by next alpha we'll be able to perhaps release it. It's actually kind of weird because it's not instantaneous to port the code. So what we need to do when we release this stuff is to, as soon as the alpha is released, I need to download it and port the code as quickly as I can, and perhaps get it out the day after the alpha is released or something like that. So yeah, it's going to be a race against the clock, man.
Race
better
against
hurry.
fire.
Well, please, to keep you busy.
So I've been waiting to engage the NPC that someone sees in the background because oh, here we go. There's a new surprise as well.
Yes, as you can hear, there is music here right now, and this is actually a mod made by Samus Aaron3 on the Wolfire forums. He made it possible for people to have music play when battle starts, and then when the battle ends, it starts some ambient music instead.
That is so nice.
And it's a great mod. There are still some issues with it though, which is he has actually done it so that it's a one-shot type of sound effect, which means that the music does not stop until the track is finished playing. Yeah, but it's kind of cool the way that he actually triggered it is by triggering the when the fight starts. I think the first impact triggers the first music, and then what used to be with a level reset, which happens after all the characters are dead, triggers the ambient music. So it's kind of cool. So now that all the characters are dead, instead of the level restarting, which is what happens by default, the mod actually changes it so that the ambient music starts playing instead.
Yeah, that's cool. I would want to change that though. If we're going to totally implement this mod, Samus Aaron 3 on the Wolfire forums. We're going to implement this mod with your permission. I haven't asked him yet about this, but I'm going to send him a PM and just see so that it's okay. I'm sure that he will be thrilled to have it in. Anyways, it's really cool.
Also the music that he's using, in case you guys haven't seen or heard it before, is from the actual soundtrack to Overgrowth. They're tracks that have been released on the YouTube channel. So this is the type of music that is currently written for the game in these circumstances. I did modify them a little bit from what he first gave me because they were too loud before, to the point where you couldn't hear sound effects over them. So I know at least he mentioned in IRC that he's paying attention now. So I turned down the tracks 8 dB, and that seems to have fixed it. So if anyone has already downloaded his tracks, you can go in and turn the tracks down 8 dB, and it will blend a little bit better with the game.
That's cool. Maybe can't you perhaps release the tracks with 8 dB less?
Yeah, I could do that too. I'll post them in his thread later today with the link, so you can download them turned down.
Sweet. And by the way, the thing about the music not stopping right when the combat ends and stuff like that, that's because of limitations in Angel script, in the way, because right now there isn't proper music support, so he's basically playing this music as a sound effect, and you can't like stop a sound effect in the middle of the sound effect. You need to wait for the sound effect to end. So the reason that the music has to finish playing before you can play another track is because otherwise 2 tracks would be playing at the same time, because you can't stop the music. So that's why. So it's not a fault in his implementation. It's just that David hasn't given you enough control over the sounds in the game yet to allow you to do that.
Yeah.
So that's actually really cool. Very, very well done by Samus Aran 3. I'm going to switch back to my stream now. Anton?